off me ice. Okay. So do I have a story for you? Earlier on Twitter, I discovered Canada's top journalist, Sam Cooper, I think his name is Sam Cooper, talking about money laundering in the Canadian government. So don't miss it, folks. This is Parmesan, and this is Niagara Due North. So yeah, I just had to get into this real quick here because it's really hardcore, okay? I always said that Trudeau is going to go down like a grand piano down Trump Tower, okay? And it seems as though it is happening. And it is going to be a disaster unlike none has ever seen before. Guys, first of all, like and subscribe down below. I discovered Sam Cooper for the first time, and I recognize him from being this guy. Okay, he is this guy right here. This was the foreign interference thing when they said that there was massive problems with foreign interference. Like, that completely contradicts the Hogue file, remember? Well, he was like part of that. Okay? He's a award-winning journalist. Everyone says he's Canada's top journalist. I thought it was someone else. I'm not recognized by this guy. But listen to what he says first.
Afraid, I'll say it, some of these bosses, Daniela, I'm hearing from current and former high-level police officers that say, you know, despite what the Globe and Mail or Daniel Dale at CNN are reporting about, 40 kilograms is it. No, Canadians have no idea the level of criminal money laundering running through our cities that's connected to this. So that's the issue. I just want to add before we look, where do we go from here? What Mark is saying about a hurricane, that hurricane is going to hit us with 25% or more if we don't put a real fentanyl czar in place. That is someone with credibility that the US government, look, they're not going to be fooled if you put a Justin Trudeau office lackey in that position. They need someone that can assure the American government that the RCMP will work with the DEA if they want to put a wiretap on a triad boss or a cartel boss in Vancouver and Toronto, because it didn't happen before. The last point is, look, this US-Canada strike force on organized crime, I believe the American government is going to want to see legal memorandums of understanding signed with Ottawa saying this isn't just pretty language to put off a tariff. This is some sort of joint laws between Canada and the United States where we will have, you working with the fentanyl czar. If the FBI and DA want to come up to Vancouver and bust one of these triad command control money laundering nodes, which, by the way, I'm afraid, I'll say it, some of these bosses are connected to funding of the Trudeau Liberals. I'll just drop that because it's true, and I believe the Trump administration knows it. So the Americans, we're now, in the Germany-Greece European Union relationship. Canada and United States are there. They're not trusting our word anymore. They need to see our homework.
The Liberal government's financed by Chinese triads that make fentanyl. So this goes really deep. Wow. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just so impatient at this point. I want it all to happen right now. Let's go. Do you know what I think? Okay. I always said that Donald Trump should use the Winnipeg lab scandal as a national security threat. What do you think? I would like to see if anyone agrees with that down below. Because that would be a good way to be able to investigate the Liberal government, the current standing government, and not like, hurt anyone. You deem this a national security threat, you got to look into it. What the hell is my so-called best friend neighbor to the north doing, selling its top secret pathogens to my enemy? I don't think we should be doing that. I don't know. I think it's better than tariffs. It's a good idea. But the point is, anyways, of all of this, is it clicked. I saw that. Do you remember when TD Bank got sued $3 billion? I remember that. By the US government. What's weird is it was the Biden administration. I don't know. Wow. I thought it was a nothing burger. I heard it and I thought they were getting sued for business stuff. Because TD has like a hardcore monopoly. Even in the States they got a pretty big monopoly on banking. So part of my glasses for uno momento while I read. See, I got the thing, so I gotta take my glasses off. So, TD Bank could face more severe penalties after drug money laundering allegations, says analyst. May 3rd, 2024. So this is almost a year ago. TD Bank Group could be facing bigger penalties than initially expected, according to a bank analyst, after a report that a U.S. investigation TD faces is tied to laundering illicit fentanyl profits. That's the sum of it. Fines could hit $2 billion. I haven't read this article yet. I was saving it for y'all. But I'm wondering if I should even read it, because that's the kind of the meat right there. TD Bank was money laundering for the cartels. Ooh, don't do TD Bank. I don't think any big Canadian company is good anymore at all. I think they're all evil. Every big company, TELUS, Bell, freaking Rogers or Shaw, whatever it is. The newspaper said the Justice Department investigation is focused on how Chinese drug traffickers allegedly used TD to launder at least $653 million US and bribed TD employees to do so. Wow. TD did not comment directly on the report, but said its anti-money laundering defenses had been deficient. Criminals constantly seek to use banks to launder money. Regrettably, our U.S. anti-money laundering program did not effectively thwart these activities. This is unacceptable, and we will do better, said spokesperson Elizabeth Goldenstein in a statement. Elizabeth Goldenstein. Guys, right there. So that is crazy. TD is Canada's top bank. I'm pretty sure. So guys, this goes really, really deep. There's no proof that the bank is tied to the Prime Minister, but I mean, it is TD. It's not like some freaking credit union. Some small local credit union. It is TD. It's hard to get stuff like that. It's also hard to do stuff like this without some kind of internal corruption. It was deficient. My arse. Don't make me cringe, dude. This is the reason why Donald Trump is doing this. This is also the reason he mentioned why U.S. banks aren't allowed, or he mentioned that U.S. banks aren't allowed in Canada. He mentioned that. I mean, the reason American things aren't allowed in Canada is because Canada has a monopoly. Canada is held hostage by the monopolies like Bell, like Quebec, like TD. Okay. So they try to do something, they want to bring in a bunch of business, and then TD comes up and says, I'm not going to give you your $10 million if you do that. So actually up here we don't get that much money. I think a campaign will be lucky to have $10 million up here. So guys, if you like this show, comment down below. That is really, really crazy. I think as time goes, I don't think that Canada's in I think we're just toes in with the Canada America stuff, because I think what happened was Canada really screwed over America. I think really badly. So I'll see you guys next time on Niagara Due North. I'm your host Parmesan. Please subscribe down below and hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time.